Hey guys, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. We're going to go ahead and talk about the team, so don't ask me questions about it yet. But we're going to talk about the team. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And of course, as you see, this is the new hero team. And I borrowed this. First and foremost, I borrowed this from Mobile Man on the Reddit. He did the full calculations. Basically, he wound up coming to the conclusion that this variant of the team, and this is the LR variant, funnily enough, because of course, as you guys know, there are a bunch of hero LRs that could have been on this team. And they don't synergize well enough to make it. So that's the funny thing. We'll talk about that too. But I borrowed this from Mobile Man over on the Reddit, of course. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Reddit. Sometimes I forget to link it, but I mean, just Google search Dokkan Reddit. Anyways, we're going to talk about this. This is the LR variant, and this is the non-LR variant. They're very similar, basically the same units, just a couple of them swap in and out. Last but not least, we're going to talk about Vegeto really quick. He does not have, prepare for battle when he awakens. I believe he has it pre-awakening, doesn't have it when he awakens, and that's a big theme for this team as to why some units just do not work here. On top of that, if you have all types and they are super, you get 3 key and 120%. Misconception with this really quick, a lot of people don't understand that you can have 2 of one type because there's 6 slots, but there's only 5 types. Also, everybody on your team that is not that duplicate typing, needs to be awakened. They need to be Z awakened and have a star next to their rarity. So that means that they are Z awakened, and then from there they can be a part of the team or just be Dokkan awakened. But yeah, so yes, there are 5 types. That means you have to have 1 of each type, but there's going to be the 6th slot, which you can put whatever unit you want there. Everybody will get the boost. If you watch my villain team, I had double physical units in that team because I basically met the requirement in that last slot. Doesn't matter. So that is Vegeto Blue. Incredible unit. His super attack right here can rise infinitely. There's no limit on it. His super attack on the passive, though, goes up to 150%. So his percentage boost on the passive, goes up to 150. So let's go ahead and break this down. I'm going to decompress it, and I'll give you guys the options. So the reason why it got broke down this way is because of the fact that Vegeto Blue is one of the hardest hitting units in the game and has one of the highest, if not the highest, damage potential eventually in the game because of the fact that his attack stack can go infinitely. Fun little tidbit, the better your Vegeto Blue is in the potential system, the lower he can get because he'll start clearing events too fast to where he can't really fully utilize his ability to raise his attack infinitely. That's a fun little tidbit. So it's like he's getting better, but he's not getting actually better, but he's getting better. It's weird. So here's what happens. The team is currently constructed mainly around over in a flash while also reaching every single color category. So there's an AGL, an STR, a physical, an int, and 2 techs. So aside from that, you also have the tech friend, which is going to be the Vegeto Blue. So the main rotations are Vegeto Blue and Vegeto, and they share 4 links. They're going to be Super Saiyan, Power Bestowed by God, Fierce Battle, and Fierce Battle and Fused Fighter, And then the other rotation is Super Saiyan 3, along with this guy right here, and they share Over in a Flash, Super Saiyan, and Kamehameha, I believe. So it works out that way because this Goku is actually the hardest hitter in the game, from my understanding, if he's getting his 18-key super. So here's where we talk about the other 3 units that made the cut. Bardock, Goku, and Goku. Now, you may look at this Goku funny. In fact, he was in my video earlier today, and people were looking at him funny because a lot of people don't realize that this guy has quietly been very, very good, and he always was. He's like a really solid unit for what he's used for. Now, a lot of people also still don't fully understand the extent that support units have in this damage-based meta. And before I continue, let me say, make sure you just run whatever you want to run. I mean, if you're tuned into this, you came from my opinion, so that's fair, but at the end of the day, it's still your account. Run whatever you want to run, of course. So this guy, right, he shares Rebirth, Super Saiyan, and Kamehameha, which are all links that he shares with this Goku. So if this Goku is the hardest hitter in the game, the SS3 Goku, then of course you're going to want to optimize him. So how do you optimize him? Well, in a standard rotation with him on rotation, and he's on rotation with the SS Blue Vegeta, and then the other guy that appeared is this Goku, which once every 3 turns it'll be the starter Goku, and then on the other 2 turns it'll be the STR Ape Goku or the Bardock. They're all support units as well. Bardock has the HP restriction on his, but he's still a support unit. And at the very least, he has Over in a Flash, and he has some viability because he can also go ahead and seal super attacks. So how do you optimize this Goku if you have him? He's the hardest hitter in the game. Well, in between these 2 units, the Vegeto and the Goku Super Saiyan, He's getting 6 to start from the double leader skills. He's getting the 3 from this if he's in the middle. He's getting over in a flash from the Vegeto Blue pairing. He's also picking up the 2 from Rebirth on this guy because Rebirth, I've repeatedly said it, is not a bad link. It's not. That's an outdated argument. Rebirth is not a bad link, especially on LRs. Like, it's preferred on LRs, to be honest. They hit hard enough. So, that being said, he's also getting 2 ki from this starter Goku's passive. So, 2 ki plus 2 ki plus 3 ki on the other end. So he has 7 ki, and he's already starting off with 6, and he only needs 18 to get his best super attack off. So most of the time, you should be able to get that. And then there's not a big drop-off when this starter Goku isn't there, because these guys offer 3 ki to him anyway. If we take a look at it, he has 3 ki from over in a flash on this setup. So he has Super Saiyan, Limit Breaking Form, which is another 2000 attack, which is another reason why these two, as being Super Saiyan 3s, can kind of satiate the need for this Goku and optimize him well. So that's basically how it breaks down for this team's construction. If you do not have this Goku, here is the non-LR variant. Basically what you do is you swap out Goku for Gogeta, because Gogeta's counters are just ridiculously busted and they do raise his damage cap. And then you have the hardest hitting AGL Transcendent UR in the game. Extreme Z Awakened Goku takes up that slot too. And again, you do have common links like Limit Breaking Form and stuff like that. So the rotations though still wind up being the same. It's Vegeto and Vegeto. And I haven't really talked about physical Vegeto. He does not link well with this team, like at all, really. He only links well with his blue variant, with himself, basically. And that's because he has Fused Fighter with him. Otherwise, he doesn't even link well with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto, because Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto has really weird links. He has a lot of damage-raising links that go well with the character because his passive and stuff like that just are there to raise his attack. So you trade in these two units, and again, this is the hardest-hitting AGL Transcendent UR in the game, and when he's fully Extreme Z Awakened. So that's kind of the way that works out. So here are some options, right? Because I feel like I need to point out that this team has nothing but options. Like, it's so many options, and I'm going to give you guys a reason why. Also, I'm going to give you a brief explanation as to why LRs are not, a lot of the LRs you would commonly see are not super prominent on this team. We're just going to add, literally just throw them in there. Let me do this, and I'm going to take off URs. And here are the LRs, the hero LRs in the game. So this guy, of course, he's already on the team because he has Over in a Flash, so that's fair. Oh, hey, they don't share a single link. Yeah. And another wonky thing is that physical Vegeto, he doesn't even have Shocking Speed, because they took Shocking Speed off of physical Vegeto, which AGL Vegeto had it, Super Saiyan Vegeto, which would have helped in running the 3 Hybrid Saiyan LRs that are at the bottom list. So you don't have anything. What do you have? Oh, only Super Saiyan Trunks? Really? Only Super Saiyan? Gohan, you have to have more, right? Oh, really? Gohan has more? Yeah, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, and what is that? 15% link. I can't even think of what that is right now. 15% link. Whatever, man. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha. Oh, that's going to bother me. That's going to bother me. That's going to bother the heck out of me because I can't read it. Now I have to pull it up. Oh, my God. Blue, Vegeto, Dokkan, Wiki. Oh, that's going to bother me. All right. Where is the blue one at? There you are. What is that 15%? And I'm going to feel stupid, too, because I already knew it. Super Saiyan, oh, duh, Fierce, what the hell? Gohan has Fierce Battle, duh. That's why I said I'm going to feel stupid. But yeah, nothing but attack links. Gohan may get a bit of a pass because he's able to be getting 1 more ki per turn, or per orb that he gets. Same goes for these guys. They're not horrible because they can still kind of be self-sufficient. And then if you have the 1000-day Goku, he's decent, but like he doesn't link at all with the Vegeto either. So really that's why these guys are just kind of more detrimental to the cause of making sure that you optimize the hardest hitter in the game. That's basically the build that the team is centered around. Now, again, if I go ahead and knock some of these guys off, right? If I take the LRs out and I put the URs in, because I feel like it's important to note, because a lot of people always kind of ask me, what if you don't have this? What if you don't have that? At some point, guys, you got to use common sense. I'm going to say that because I'm not going to cover every single individual option, especially for the heroes, because there's too many. So at some point, you got to use a little bit of common sense, and that's not meant to knock anybody. It's just I need you guys to do that for me. So if we look at this, there's a lot of really, really powerful units. First and foremost, what's up with Gogeta, right? Gogeta fits really well here. Also, if you incorporate Gogeta, he happens to have Prepare for Battle. The thing about Gogeta is there's an intelligence slot, right? And he can take it. right? If you argue that he's better than the Bardock, Bardock and him kind of fill different needs. He's more of a damage output. Bardock is more of a support unit. Bardock's like the best support in the game pretty much. Not really because of his passive, but because of the multiple things that he can do. So if you do that, sure, you can still put Bardock because like I said earlier, you can have 2 units that fill 1 color slot, but from here, you are forced to run every single other color. You need an STR type, you need an AGL type, and you need a physical type. Now, the cool thing about Gogeta and Bardock is that they both have Prepare for Battle and Over in a Flash. So since you are now getting Prepare for Battle on most likely your every rotation, you can now incorporate units that have Prepare for Battle a little bit more viably, such as this guy that fills in your physical need. Of course, you still are getting Fused Fighter. Aside from that, you do need an STR type, so why not Goku, SS4? You could put him on the team. Definitely still fits well. You see he's sharing 3 links with everybody on the team. And then last but not least, you have options such as support units. Again, I would put a support unit there because that key support can be helpful because I can assure you that not everybody will always super, no matter how well you manage your orbs. It's just going to be luck of the draw. So aside from that, right, you have every single type. Every single type, you just need... No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. You need a AGL unit. So since you have an AGL unit, sure, Vegeta is a nice option, but the best option is still the Extreme Z Awakened Goku, who I'm not going to look for. So if we take this basis, okay, and we say, what if I don't have an STR unit like Goku? If I go ahead and sort this out, if we take this as the basis of the team, and I'm going to try to wrap this up because I knew this was getting pretty long and I knew that it would be. Take off AGL. What becomes the next best option? Well, if this is your team build, unfortunately you can't incorporate Gogeta because he would be a really good option. He'd be a very compelling option. But I would say the next best option would be this guy. The Bardock, because of the fact that he's a support unit, will allow for Vegeto to clear faster. And again, that could be kind of counterintuitive, but you get my point. So Vegeto can clear faster with more support. Aside from that, the Ape Goku would be another great option because he does have limit breaking form, although the team doesn't really use that too often. So those are your 2 best options. Next from there, you have the choice between a unit like Gohan or Trunks. Trunks is a bit of a tank, so that can help you out too. Or a unit like GT Trunks. There's no real clear-cut good answer, or GT Vegeta, I guess, SS3. He doesn't have Over in a Flash. If he did, he would definitely get that slot, in my opinion. Gohan is the de facto next best one, but the problem with Gohan is he doesn't link. he has horrible links. So, yeah, that's not so good. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. So, really, it just kind of comes down to how you want to play it. If you want to play support, there's a lot of support units. Roshi's not a bad one, to be honest. He has Over in a Flash. So he's not a bad one. You can put Roshi in there, and you'd be perfectly fine in doing so. It just depends how you want to play it. If you want to go more DPS, you can do that. Or if you want to put a pure tank in there, Vegeta would be a great tech-in option at that point because he shares links pretty much across the board. So if we do that, we eliminate the 2 STR units because I want to go through process of elimination from here. If I bounce back over to AGL, I kind of already briefly covered it. Like I said, best would be Extreme Z Awakened Goku, and it's honestly not really close. But if you don't have him, SS4 Vegeta is fine. If you don't have physical Vegeto, you can run AGL Vegeto. He would be perfectly fine in that slot too. Another great option is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken because of the fact that he has the incredible link set. And then from there, you move into the SS3 GT Kid Goku or a support unit. This same notion of saying, hey, you can run a support unit like Starter Goku because he offers an attack increase and ki and has rebirth, which rebirth isn't prominently featured here, I guess, but you get my point. So I guess at that point, well, there's not really a better support unit than him because he offers it to every type. Everybody else does it to like 2 or 3 types, I think. But you get my point. But the notion that you can play it however you choose to play it is going to be true. Now, if you feature support units, you're going to have higher damage potential, pretty much. That's just the way support units work in this game. They are more valuable than just running a full stack of hard-hitting units. And a lot of people don't understand that because they don't like that one support unit hitting for like 80k, but overlooking the fact that their other guys are hitting for 300k more each. So if we move over to intelligence types, of course, those are the de facto 2 best ones. And of course, if you have the LR cards, feel free to plug in LR Gohan. Feel free to plug in LR Trunks. You may have to tweak the team a little bit more to prominently feature them a bit, but you can plug those guys in and they work right. I didn't want to make it seem like they don't fit on this team. It's just they don't fit as well as people would like for them to, if that makes sense. Definitely not a unit like LR Piccolo, though. I mean, if you want to, you can, but he really isn't going to fit well. He's not going to do anything. But really, those are the two best options at the top, and it's not even close because Int freaking dies off. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is a cool option. This Gohan could be okay if he Extreme Z awakens, but really he's kind of in the same position as LR Piccolo. Only has shocking speed. Same position as STR Gohan. The next best option would be the Whis because Whis offers attack and support for the whole team. He does it for all allies. So just like the starter Goku, Whis would be the next best option on the team if you don't have the other guys. And aside from that, we're going to move on to, I think I already covered STR. Yeah, I did. STR is kind of just a cluster. It is whatever you have. But really, physical is really actually pretty interesting because you have a lot of solid options. Like, I'm not seeing Kefla here. I probably would have glossed over her, but because I'm not seeing her. But Kefla could be a good option here because of the fact that the team does have a lot of fusion units. I don't know off the top of my head Kefla's link set, but I don't think she has over in a flash. She could. I don't think she does, though. Wow, that was really bad. Kefla, Dokkan, Wiki. Boom. Let's see what Kefla has. Kefla. I call her Kefla, but whatever. She doesn't Dokkan Awaken yet, so she's not going to have Fierce Battle. She has Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, Warrior of the Universe 6, Battlefield Diva, Power Bestowed by God. So she has a crappy link set. Kefla's link set is pretty crappy, but she's such an individually good unit. You just have to be careful with her orb changing. You may not want her changing Int-type orbs, but she's a compelling option too. She has Super Saiyan and Fused Fighter, which is all she really needs, depending on how you're running your team. So I wanted to put her out there. Basically, the best option, though, if you don't have this guy, is going to be this guy. Really, honestly, they're interchangeable, and I might have said that earlier. You can run Gotenks to greater success than this Vegeto. Like, Vegeto is fine, but Gotenks works just as well, especially if you care more about damage, right? You can run him to greater success. And then, of course, we have another universal support unit, or a few of them, to be honest. You have Bardock, who offers Ki, which could be cool. Gohan offering 35 or so percent, I believe. Pan with her 30%. And you have more universal support unit options here. And really, Physical Vegeto Blue gets the shaft because his leader, he can't be on this team. So I just wanted to break that down for you guys in as much detail as I could. And again, I do know that a lot of people will just say, hey, just funnel all your LRs into the team and you have the best possible team. That's not exactly true because it doesn't mean that your team will be cohesive, right? It doesn't mean that the team will be cohesive. And I want to just do that really quick, just for a brief, honest showing. And it works the same way for the villain team, but that's one thing Rosé is better than Vegeto Blue in that Rosé plugs a lot of holes. He hides a lot of villain deficiencies on that team. So if I plug all these guys back in, we're going to put in the Gacha LRs first, right? These are the 4 summonable heroes. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I feel like there's somebody else that's not showing up here, but whatever. All right, those guys. Over in a flash, no link with this guy for Vegeto Blue. And then there you go, yada, yada. And see, if you're going to have to do this, if you're going to run a team like this, I feel like you might as well just run the category teams, right? Unless you just blatantly want to run a team like this, you're better off just running the category teams and featuring the ones that are good on those category teams. And then whoever else you put, like, I guess. Nobody else really works good there except for this guy, but nobody's going to have him. And everybody's orb hungry. Everybody is freaking orb hungry on this team. They all want orbs, and they will never get their Ultra Supers. So that's basically it. I just wanted to break that down for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you happen to be new for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Anyways, have an awesome day, and thank you guys for the continued support and making 2017 an awesome year. Anyways, take it easy, guys. If you're still here, I realized that I got to the end of the video, and I was like, hey, wait, I actually did not cover tech. Well, I kind of talked about it briefly, but yeah, so tech is really easy though. I'm going to go through this really quickly. Best option for tech would be this guy. If you don't have the LR card, it would be the SS4 Gogeta. If you don't happen to have SS4 Gogeta, the next best option would be Angel Goku. If you don't have Angel Goku, the next best option will probably be a support. If you don't have him, you're going to want to put this guy in. If you don't have this guy, in fact, you know what? To be fair, he's going to be forced to 12 keys. So really, it's between him and him. Whichever of these two you have that's better off that in the potential system or super attack-wise, that would be the next best option there. Then aside from that, there's not really a great option. It'll probably be a support unit or Tech Vegeto. He could be a solid choice for that team too because he fills both needs. He's a fused fighter that also is a support unit, so he does help out in the key, a little bit. He also has to prepare for battle, so he'd be probably the next one from there. And I wanted to kind of cover that really quickly. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, take it easy, guys.